Hmm. I really wanted to make this video today to keep track of the changes that I'm going through now on semen retention, pairing it up with Moldavite, which I do have right here. Because funny enough, it's it's changing. Even just picking up this piece of Moldavite right now, I feel like I just have to set it aside. It just makes my sexual energy so overwhelming. I can feel it just coursing through my entire veins, up through my stomach, and honestly, guys, if I'm completely honest, it's kind of crazy. It's insane. It's like manifestation 10x, 100x. If you can imagine having a dial right in front of you, right, and where it's zero, and then you have Moldavite added to your spirit, you turn it up maybe to five, and let's say this dial goes all the way up to 100. With semen retention, you've turned that whole thing all the way on, and you've hit like an extra boost button of like turbo, and it's crazy how quickly you can manifest with semen retention and Moldavite, which is why I've taken off a lot of Moldavite, because if you're not careful, there are secret ways to manifest what you want, but if you're not aware of it, you can end up manifesting things that you did not ask for. And I'm actually thinking about maybe writing a book or maybe creating like an online course on this. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you guys would be interested in. For those who are actively doing semen retention or energy retention in general, because if you are not aware of this, things could go wrong. And I am very grateful though, because as I continue to do semen retention, working with Moldavite and other crystals, I can see through everything now. I am aware of what energy and what thoughts are mine and what isn't. Because if you're not aware of this, you could really just go off the deep end. Okay, if you're not aware of what your thoughts are, what they aren't, you will start manifesting things in your life that you do not want. Okay, and I feel like at this point in my life, I can become a guide for a lot of people who are starting to embark on this journey. Because the more that I study semen retention and Moldavite, I realize that there isn't a lot of guidance in this specific type of community that really lets you know, and it doesn't really explain the spiritual side of it. It always talks about, oh, attracting women and, being the alpha man or whatnot. But honestly, like, yes, all that comes with it, but I feel like the most important thing about doing semen retention is the spiritual aspect of it. The fact that you are basically regaining your God essence that was given to you from birth to utilize for your God given purpose. And, you know, there's so much I could talk about this specific gift that I know God has bestowed on, a unique number of beings here on earth. And I hope that those who are watching this right now, I hope you are one of them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching. I realize that now that I'm almost at a year, semen retention, I literally have just now started to feel the real benefits of it, where it comes in huge waves. And I could feel it. I could feel when that raw masculine energy just runs through and courses through my veins. And like I said, once I teach you guys these techniques, like, you can control and manifest your world right in the moment as you dictate. Of course, there's some things you need to wait for, but at the end of the day, you literally become a god. It's crazy. And that's why you have to be spiritually mature. You have to be sober, almost a whole year sober, guys. I mean, you have to, I mean, there's a reason why you have to go through this, right? There's a reason why you have to be celibate, so to speak, you know, generating, circulating that energy within you, being sober minded, no drugs, no alcohol, no fast foods, taking care of your body. You have to be a temple for a reason, a clean temple for a reason, to really have the power to. And I don't know if you guys have heard that song. It's like, I got the power, power. It's like that. You have to do the work. If you don't do the work, and then it's it's not going to work. And I feel like only a few unique people have been chosen for this, because this kind of power put into the wrong hands can do a lot of damage. And you really have to be walking with God. You really have to be letting Him guide you. And I always tell Him, I'm like, God, let me just use this power for your purpose, for your goals. I'm just here temporarily. Let me just do what I need to do, get out, and move on to the next chapter of my life. But man, right now, Moldavite with semen retention is becoming so overwhelming. I only wear about 10 grams of Moldavite on me right now, because if I wear anything more than that, guys, it's like people just come out of nowhere. It's like being a celebrity where you just have so many people coming up to you. It's like people are drawn to you. I mean, everything. It's like you're sucking everything in. And at this point in my life, I still enjoy the peace, the tranquility, the times of solitude I can just get with God and just disconnect from everyone and everything. Because the more that you are on semen retention, the more you can see how people are so, and I don't want to say messed up, but they are. They're not taking the time to enlighten themselves. It would be amazing if every person here took responsibility for their own scars, their own, traumas, and started working on them versus, you trying to help them, which I don't do anymore. I'm just like, you got to figure out your own path. If you're not there yet, then I got to keep moving, and just keep talking to people who are a little bit closer to that, realization, or who have already started that path, who have been awakened to that calling, and guide them, you know. But people that are just so lost, I just kind of just leave it alone. Some people are already destined to that, and there's no reason to try to change the ending of the story when it's already been pre-written. So, I'm kind of mumbling right now. I have a surge of energy, but I wanted to share this with you guys because I want to document how much I changed now. It's almost going to be a year fully sober, 1 full year semen retention. I'm super excited, and I feel like I'm just barely starting to touch like the full power of what this thing can really do. And I'm just more excited to keep going and to keep pushing. And it's magical. It's so magical. I don't even want to say what you can do. I feel like those types of secrets are only for people who will later join my online course, you know, and there will be a fee for it. Um, I know the worth of all this knowledge and wisdom that I can share and impart on people, and I'm not just going to let anyone join. You have to go through a couple tests, see if this is the right fit for you, and because this type of information it's, I feel like it's from God Himself. So I wanted to share this with you guys, and if you guys are watching to the end, I feel like I've already chosen someone that I want to give that piece of Moldavite to, and the thing is, though, this person, if they are watching right now, I'm just waiting for you to do one thing. And if you could, I'm going to see if I can telepathically tell you what you need to do. And if you do it, then you'll get that piece of Moldavite. So let me go ahead and see if you can read my mind, okay? If I can telepathically send you. So for this person, there's just one last thing you have to do. All right. So if you receive that message, and if you do that, you'll be getting that piece of Moldavite. So guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, wherever you're at. And just stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. A lot more is coming.